First things first, your grip. The grip is so huge and something I don't hear too many people talk about, but loosen up on the grip. Think about grabbing an egg and grab it as tight as you can without breaking it. The reason I say that is the more you are tense, the more you get nervous, all that stuff, you start to really hold on to this, get the death grip. And if you have a death grip on your rod, it's just going to make things harder. You're not gonna feel the rod as much, you're not gonna feel the load. I'm telling you right now, if you let up on that grip, it's going to help you immensely. As well, it's gonna actually make your loops tighter because the end of this rod tip isn't going to reverberate as much, isn't going to, oscillate back and forth as much. You can actually gain distance and you get a tighter, better looking loop. Win-win. Lighten up on that grip. Tip number 2, slow down. When things start getting bad, chances are it's because you're going too fast. And when you start going too fast, you blow your anchor, your D-loop goes all over the place, the setup is wrong, everything just starts to get unhinged. Oh, rudely interrupted by a steelhead. My bad, sorry about that. Oh, no. No, you don't. When you slow down, you feel the rod more, you feel the line, you feel everything. The game that I play sometimes is how slow can you go? You're gonna reach the point where, honestly, nothing's gonna work because the sink tip needs a bit more energy. Your Skagit head needs a little bit more energy. But what you're trying to do is just figure out how slow can I actually get a cast off. And you'd be surprised. Whatever you think is slow, you can go slower. That's as slow as I bet you I can go with getting a cast off. If I put a little more oomph to it, I'm definitely going to have a better cast. So now I'm just gonna increase my cadence a bit. I was like, all right, that was slow, but yeah, there we go. That was too fast, but it went out like a dart. So somewhere in the middle is what I'm looking for. That's all you're trying to do, is just you're trying to find out where that is. All right, gonna drop that down, gonna lift, and it's pretty cool. But that is huge. Slow down, man. So tip number 3, see all this? I have all this this running line out. Bring it in. If our casts are getting bad, we can't get things going, bring in the running line. You don't need to manage running line right now. Let's just work on getting the head casting out, and that's it. So that's all we're doing. Just work on just the head. Don't worry about the running line right now. We don't want to shoot any line out. I find that sometimes I've been frustrated with not casting well and having an issue with all this running line around me, and then things just get so unhinged so quickly. So why not just get that out of the equation and work on what's more important, just the casting mechanics. All I'm doing is just casting the head out now. I have that little overhang, about 8 inches, 9 inches of overhang. That's all I need. And I'm just working on my mechanics now. Nice and slow. Nice easy grip, and just the head out. That's it. The head, the sink tip, the leader, that's all we need. You will find that you'll get your footing so much quicker if you do those things. Now, I'm not doing this today, but I'm gonna just make quick mention of it, is lighten everything up. So right now I have a pretty heavy sink tip on. I have a 5 sink 3, sink 5. So it's obviously taking me more effort to cast. It's also making it harder because I have a heavier fly on. I have big old bead chain eyes on this fly, and it doesn't like that. My rod starts to say, hey man, you got to put more effort in. So if I'm out practicing, why do I want to make it hard on myself? So that's one thing. You could easily put on a floating tip. You could put on as well, like an intermediate tip and a small little fly. A small little fly helps huge when it comes to this stuff. The next tip that I have is get that bottom hand working, man. The bottom hand is a huge proponent of healthy casting. The way I get the bottom hand working more is I get my hand and I kind of like have it more open like this, you know, a more open grip on the top hand. That way this bottom hand has no choice but to do something. I won't even worry about doing real casts. I'll just worry about getting this motion. I want to like almost pretend I'm using like a stick shift in a car. And I will go over and over until I get that bottom hand doing pretty much, it feels like to me right now, 80% of the job. And I'll just go over and over and do D-loops like this until I get it in my thick skull to start using my bottom hand. When you start doing your start getting top hand dominant, it gets things get just too hard on you, and you got two hands on this thing, might as well start using them, you know. And really, once you get that bottom hand working better and more involved in that casting, you're gonna shoot darts, man. So bottom hand, get used to it. It's gonna help you. Remember, to get that bottom hand more engaged, just the right hand, open it up. Like have your hand like this, a little open, and you have no choice. Your bottom hand's gonna be like, oh crap, I gotta do something. And it will. You don't even have to think about it much. Just keep that bottom hand, you know, just like that. Here's another tip. If you are going to use sink tips, like heavy sink tips, make sure your rod is as close to the water as possible. So when you lift up, you're bringing up the whole sink tip. Once you do that, it just makes things so much easier. I've had so many times where I'm out here fishing and I can't lift that sink tip up because my rod tip is way up here, and then I'm like trying to, you know, reach up here, do all that, and things, oh, look at this, you know, now my tip is back down in the water. It's hard to get that cast off. I just hate that stuff, you know. So if you can, get in the habit of, let me just put this thing down over here. Get in the habit of putting that rod tip downstream, okay, lifting up, breaking that tension, drop it back down for that poke. That's it. Just that easy. It is literally that easy. I hope these tips help you stay more grounded and stay more positive. If you can't crack out a beautiful cast, it's most likely one of these things that's kind of holding you down. If you can get your technique down and all that, then these are the little tiny tidbits that are holding you back. Certainly helped me out just like massively. And that's why I'm enjoying Skagit fishing, or fishing with a Skagit head more and more. And I'm becoming way more successful at it. It's all because I'm putting in the time and thinking about these little things and going out and practicing. It's okay. Anyways, please like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.